said, listen here, this year we need a little help. There've been so many good little girls and boys. The sleigh won't hold all those toys. So heat up your hot chocolate thermos mugs. There's a Christmas toy convoy revving up. Santa got a semi flying down the road, southbound North Pole overload. Got a wreath on the grill, a star on the hood. He's checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker on the top playing jingle bells. Red snow flaps on them 18 wheels. Tell me, have you ever seen steel and chrome fly? Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. Santa called up the state patrol, said if you see him coming, boys, let him roll. We got a long night ahead and a big job to do. The said 10-4, Santa, you can roll on through. But be real careful, don't forget to buckle up, 'cause there's a whole lot of love in them big old trucks. Santa got a semi flying down the road, southbound North Pole overload. Got a wreath on the grill, a star on the hood. He's checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker on the top playing jingle bells. Red snow flaps on them 18 wheels. Tell me, have you ever seen steel and chrome fly? Beep, beep, bye-bye, Santa got a semi. See a big truck with a star on the hood, you better think twice, yeah, you better be good. Call Santa got a semi flying down the road, southbound North Pole overload. Got a wreath on the grill, a star on the hood. He's checking off his list, so you better be good. He's got a speaker.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us here at the Christmas Files. I am your host, Michael O'Neill. With me, just as jolly and joyful as I am, is my co-host, Mr. Anthony Hernandez. Merry Christmas, Anthony.
Merry Christmas. I am excited about the 4-hour Christmas special. No.
You mean this Christmas special?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. It could be. I'm sure we can find enough to talk about with your Christmas codex. I'm sure we could easily talk for 4 hours. I just want got my.
I managed the list down to 99, so 99 traditions.
Don't worry, people. He's not kidding, but I vetoed that one. But I got my my hot chocolate here, which is now lukewarm chocolate because I made it 15 minutes ago and I've just been kind of waiting for the show to start. I only got like three drinks out of it left. Anyways, so yeah, annual Christmas episode. Excited because last year, I believe it was last year. Last year, Dave and I did the Legend of Santa Claus, to which Anthony, it kind of made me chuckle as the opening was going through, because I told Anthony no Santa Claus this year,
and it's full of it,
because we did last year and I didn't want to redo it. Yeah, as he pointed out, Santa hat. The opening was Santa got a semi, and with tons of Santa Claus in it. I'm like, but we'll see what comes up. But we wanted to do an episode this year about kind of like the commonplace traditions that everybody just does, but nobody really thinks about like where it came from. I know I pretty much don't, because why look a gift horse in the mouth? See what I did there? Gift horse, Christmas. There we go. Everything is always funnier when it has to be explained. So we got a whole bunch of them. All of them, I think, you're going to have heard of before, and probably in some way has partaken in in these. So I'm going to start with mistletoe, because this was like the first. This was the first one that I came up with, so it should probably be the first one that we talk about. And I was actually, I was actually so surprised at what I read. Like I'm like, really? That's the whole reason? What?
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta hear what your what you pulled up on it.
Okay, so I went with a lot of general type thing, like, but the one thing that I was most surprised of is how much fertility comes into this. Like, people were very like it wasn't even just this. Like, it wasn't just mistletoe. Like, I just saw that throughout, like, a lot of the different traditions had to do with fertility, or in some way, like making a family. I'm like, people were really interested and fascinated,
like rabbits.
Yes, in fertility. So, the most cited origin story for mistletoe comes from Norse mythology, Vikings, pretty much, and never heard this before. The legend of Baldur.
Oh yeah.
So the goddess Frigg, or Frigga, love that name. In fact, if I ever have a child, that's going to be their name. Doesn't matter, boy or girl.
Frigga.
It's either Frigg or Frigga. So, that's going to be their name. Ladies, I'm single. So the goddess Frigg secured oaths from all living things, so including the rabbits, apparently, to never harm her son Baldur. But she overlooked the mistletoe, which makes no sense whatsoever. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, no, their mythology is kind of all over the place. So,
as I've seen from everybody's mythology is all over the place. So the trickster god Loki used a mistletoe arrow to kill Baldur. Okay. Sure. I don't know why she was so... Is Baldur, like... Are they just, like, that bad of people? That... It's like, well, I found the one thing in the entire universe that she overlooked. I'm going to use that to kill this person.
Well, that is Loki, so... Just usually most of his things didn't end up trying to kill people. They just made you have really terrible outcomes, and then he kind of helped turn it around, so you were appreciative of him.
Yeah. So, but in one version of the myth, Baldur was resurrected.
Yes.
And overjoyed, Frigg... Such a great name. Sorry. Frigg declared mistletoe a symbol of love and peace, promising a kiss to anyone who passed beneath it. That just makes no sense. It's like, hey, this thing just killed my son, but you know what? He's alive now. Peace and love for everybody. Peace and love for everybody.
Forgiveness.
No harm, no foul, people. Jesus. But that's obviously not it. So, mistletoe, before it became a Christmas tradition, was revered by several cultures for its fertility and vitality, because it remained green and bore fruit all year round, even in the winter.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So the Druids considered it a sacred plant of healing powers and used in fertility rituals. The ancient Greeks, a plant of fertility and used in marriage ceremonies. And of course, the ancient Romans during the festival of Saturnalia, which is pre-Christmas. Mistletoe was used as a symbol of peace. Enemies would reconcile and exchange a kiss of peace under his branches. No, they didn't. Like, no story have I ever heard of, like, then they got under the mistletoe and they made out for a while. Like, that's just not something that happens, or it's been erased from history. So obviously a modern custom. Kissing under mistletoe as a holiday game. 18th century England, started in the servants class, and then kind of spread, because the servants can't do anything fun or get credit for it without their overlords being like, you know what? You didn't start that. I did, and we're going to keep going it. And obviously the oldest written practice of it appears in 1784 in a musical named Two for One.
Oh, yeah.
But so this is my favorite. So Victorian popularization. Victorian era, obviously a lot of things became popular during the Victorian era. So kissing bows. And this is what I love. Elaborate decorations called kissing balls. And I assure you, if you do a Google search for kissing balls, you're probably not going to get the Christmas tradition.
No, probably not.
Or kissing bows. See, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Spheres of greenery, ribbon, and mistletoe were hung in homes, which they still are. This is, again, what I love. The rules of etiquette. In the 1800s, it was considered bad luck for a woman to refuse a kiss under the mistletoe, as it was thought to hurt her chances of marrying within a year. Again, fertility.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, didn't you? Okay.
No, I didn't see that one. I saw that was one of the things that in Victorian times and stuff like that, if you were trying to put yourself out as single, you would hang out under the mistletoe.
Well, I've been doing it wrong. Like, what I need to do is I need to create it goes around your waist, the belt, and it has a large overhang thing, and just hangs mistletoe over me.
Well, see, you got to follow the rules too, because the old rule said that once you got a kiss from it, you were supposed to take a berry off the mistletoe. So once all the berries were gone, no more kissing from that piece.
I'd be okay with that, because I would glue a whole bunch of them on. I'd be like, what? There's 100 berries on? How did that happen? It must be steroid use. But that was
Velcro,
that.
put it back.
Just stick back. It's okay. It was plucked. It doesn't say anything in the berry rule. You can't put it back on.
No.
So
no, nothing about no glue, nothing like that. So
yes. So and that's actually what I was just about to get to, is the quote unquote berry rule, which is the original part of, now largely forgotten, shocker, required a white berry to be plucked for every kiss given. And then once all the berries were removed, the privilege of kissing under it ended. So make sure, if you're going to go buy mistletoe, whether fake or real, that it needs to have berries on it. Otherwise, you're just look stupid underneath a branch. I mean, nothing's going to happen. But the whole Norse mythology is just crazy. Like, that's just weird.
Did yours have the I don't know, I guess the warning, the oblivious warning to don't do these things?
No, I must have skipped that one.
Okay, so they also, the Druids used to use it as a cure-all for everything, including like helping the sheep with reproduction and birth and stuff like that. But one of the things is that those berries are actually highly toxic to humans, so do not eat them.
Especially if they're wax or plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Although I think I'd heard that before, just in general, that like those berries were not safe to eat.
Yeah, it's amazing how many things we keep around because they look nice or they aesthetically pleasing when they're like totally deadly to you if you didn't know what you were doing playing with them.
Yeah, we have a huge vanity problem. Like huge vanity problem. Um, so yeah, mistletoe, awesome. But yeah, I've never had. I've never been under mistletoe, nor have I don't think I've ever been anywhere where like any was actually hanging. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. It could be I don't get invited places, so that might have
So the
something to
Christmas
do with it.
parties.
Yeah, no, there's no Christmas parties like ever. And thank goodness, because I live in a very, 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 not live in, but I work in a very male dominated field. That would not be good.
Well, you
If I
just
walk,
avoid the mistletoe at that point.
yeah, if I walk into the break room on Tuesday when we're having like our party potluck type thing for the feeders group, and I see mistletoe hanging from the door, I'm just gonna tell somebody to hand me a plate out the door, or I'm gonna dive through. Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through. Okay, you're up. Let's see one of yours.
Okay, so I'll go to the 12 Days of Christmas, the original, or what they're thinking the origins of that comes down to, which is Mesopotamia, and their god Marduk had to fight Tiamat, and it took 12 days for this battle to occur and him to become victorious. And at the end of this thing, the priest would bring the king out in front of one of the statues and slap him as hard as he could. And if the king cried, that meant the sun was going to, it was a good omen and the sun was going to come back up. Whereas if he just had no reaction, then the sun might not come up for him there. I'm not really sure why he had to get slapped, but that was part of their ritual.
I'm gonna slap you like a little bitch. If you cry, that's good.
Everything's great.
Everything's great.
Yeah, that meant that Marduk was happy with his humility and for crying in front of the people. I'm like, okay. Another 12 days goes to the Greek folklore, where they believed that there were goblins that for the 12 days would be able to hack at the world tree and get out, which is why that they had the fires and the fireplaces and stuff like that. So the goblins couldn't come down and cause havoc and steal and plunder and do all the chaotic things.
All you need to know, the rules are very simple. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet. Like that's easy. Just don't do those. But for some reason, we can't handle even that. So okay,
No.
Go Gremlins.
But that
you said
those are my two 12 days of Christmas things that I saw or that I found that I thought were kind of interesting.
So here's something that I don't think a lot of people know, and I'm not sure. I think I have tried it, and I think I came up one number short. But apparently, whoever wrote the song for it, if you add up all of the days, so 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 or 3 2 1 blah blah. Supposedly, it's supposed to equal up to 365, which is the amount. So it was like a gift every day of the year.
Okay.
Supposedly,
that's interesting.
Like I said, I think that I did it, but I think when I did, I thought I might have missed the number, but I have a vague recollection of coming to 364, and I don't know if I redid it because that's really tedious.
To do all those?
To do them all like 1 plus 2 plus 3, then go all the way up to 12, then all the way back down. And yeah, I think I might have missed. I think I just got bored and tried to hurry it. I might have missed.
Time to double check the math.
Yeah, I might have missed the 1, but yeah, supposedly like that's the thing. Like if you You add all of them up, it's supposed to equal one gift each day of the year.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that one either. So that's a new one for me.
See, you're learning shit every day on the show. Well, every episode
That is right.
on the show, not every day. But if I could do this every day, I would. But I need money and don't make zero from this. All right, is that all you had on the 12 days?
Yeah, that's all I had for the 12 days one.
I do just want to preface this that as those are some really crappy gifts that are being given, and like a lot.
I want to say a couple of years back, someone added up the cost of those gifts, and they were quite expensive. It was some news. I think they ran a piece on it, and it was like the cost of the 12 days of Christmas gifts, and it was like this small fortune because of everything that was there.
Well, I'm pretty sure that what is the 7th day, the 12 ladies leaping or whatever. The Lord's leaping, but I mean, there's something in there about women doing something. I'm sure that wasn't cheap.
Oh yeah, they have a thing for it. The official price for your 12 days of Christmas would be $51,476.
Worth that for every day of the week or every day of the year.
You are, while buying all 364 gifts over the 12 days cost $218,542. So you're all right. It was 364.
Oh, it is. Did you do it?
I cheated. I looked.
So it is 364.
It's 364.
And 1 day of rest.
Yes.
I'm sorry, lady, but you can't get that many. Okay, so I thought that I knew the answer to this. And I was kind of right. But there's just so many funny things about this. So hanging of the Christmas stockings by the fireplace. Now, obviously, everybody knows that deals with Saint Nick. Not going to get into it too much, but I thought that transferred from people putting their shoes outside the door, and then the Saint Nicholas, who Santa Claus is obviously based off of, would come and either put coal in your shoes for being naughty, or candy and gifts if you were good. I just love the way this is done. So the tradition of hanging Christmas stockings stems from the legend of St. Nicholas, which I just alluded to. A kind bishop who secretly dropped gold coins down a chimney, which landed in stockings drying by the fire, saving 3 daughters from poverty. So let me get this straight. He climbed up onto your roof instead of knocking on the door, and would drop coins down your chimney where they might melt in the fire. And somehow, stockings who are hanging, I'm assuming, outside of the chimney, not in the chimney.
Yes.
And they would, I don't know, bounce off the floor and land in the stockings. Like that's great aerodynamics of St. Nick. If he's able to drop.
I was like, it's like Christmas quarters, except for Santa.
Exactly. Apparently that's how it happened. But then, so the act of anonymous giving, obviously it's not anonymous. We all know it was him.
Oh, yeah.
Left them with gifts, custom solidified in popular culture, blah, 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 by a night before Christmas. So here's another version of the story. A widowed father, 3 daughters who couldn't afford dowries. What?
No, that's the one that I had heard one of the tales for.
Right. Meaning that they might be sold into slavery. Saint Nicholas, hearing their plight, secretly tossed bags of gold coins through their window at night. So he just hauled off and just chucked him right through the window. I mean, the gold landed in stockings or shoes left by the fireplace to dry, providing the dowries. Seriously, like he just chucked him through the window? Is that what it is?
I think your shoe thing, because I saw there was a story about that too, but I think it was Danish because they leave carrots in the wooden shoes for Santa Claus, and then he leaves them stuff in there, little treats or presents and stuff for leaving him carrots, which was interesting.
They left Saint Nick carrots.
Yeah, they leave him, and instead of the milk and cookies and Sweden and Danish over there, they leave carrots in their shoes.
God, no wonder he chucked the shit through the window. I would have too. I'd chuck the carrots back with him. Let's go with the milk and cookies here, people. So the tale spread, leading people, especially in Europe, shocker, to leave out shoes or stockings for gifts from Saint Nick. So, like most things, this started with pure greed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he wants to help these people? Huh? How about the Saint Nick comes to my place? Yeah, put on some shoes, got some stockings. They think that they moved from outside inside, though. I mean, beyond the story where the stockings and stuff were hanging on the chimney to dry. But obviously, again, the night before Christmas. I
was going to say, I'm sure that was their equivalent of porch pirates then. So they had to move the shoes inside.
You think that was it? You think porch pirates of ancient old?
Yeah.
But the poem, which I read last year, were hung by the chimney with care. So I think that's where people started moving to be filled by Saint Nick, in hopes of Saint Nick would soon be there. But so obviously what started it with actual socks or shoes evolved into larger decorative stockings filled with small toys and candies and stuff. Nobody ever. Honestly, okay, this is my second if I ever have kids moment in this episode. But if I ever have kids, at least 1 year, they're getting coal.
I did. So,
Did you?
Yeah.
Your parents gave you coal?
Oh, yeah. I was such an angel that I got coal 1 year as a joke.
Of course, because you were such an angel.
Yeah.
That's what made them think of it. It's like, you know what? Our son Anthony has been so good all year. You know what? He should get coal. Go parents.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have greed. We have obviously property damage because he's chucking shit through people's windows. I'm sorry, I just find that so funny. Tossed bags of gold coins, which are not light.
No.
Bags of gold coins are not light.
I'm thinking if he tosses a bag of gold, that I'm willing to pay for the window, though.
Very true. Would they have had windows, or would they have boarded up type shutters?
I think
at that point
they had glass and stuff like that. It just wasn't it's not see through like ours is. It would have been a lot more, and plus it would probably have been a lot more expensive because I'm assuming you're right. Most people had wooden shutters and stuff, not glass windows that moved or something like that to let them see out.
Saint Nick, a little bit of a vandal.
Well, he was the patron saint of sailors and wayward women.
Was he?
Yeah. Women in need. No, the real Saint Nick. Yeah, he was a patron saint of sailors and women in need is what you'll find it online and stuff like that. But that's because he helped free a prostitute from being sold into slavery, I guess, for where she was.
I see. Okay then. Fun times.
Oh yeah.
Um. Okay. You're next.
All right. Let's see. Where do you want to go? Since we're talking about the coal and stuff like that, I guess we can. This is modern type stuff, but and I never really even heard of it till I looked into this. The Christmas pickle. Had you heard of this?
Vaguely, but I can't remember what it is. I have heard of the Christmas pickle. From what I understand, it's dumb, but you know.
Well, it's BS for the most part. I mean, it's brilliant on. I think it was Walgreens or one of the big franchises that came up with it because they sold it as their store. Is you hide this pickle in the tree, and the kid who finds the pickle gets an extra gift. So it's a glass ornament, and they were like, "No, this is authentic German. It's the German tradition. They do it in Germany." And the Germans are like, "No, we don't." But apparently, it caught on somewhere around here because it's still apparently a thing where people hide the pickle ornament, and the kid who finds the pickle ornament gets an extra gift. Which I felt ripped off. I never got the Christmas pickle stuff.
You don't have a lot of places to hide it. It's like
a green pickle on a green tree. I mean, you could probably camouflage that pretty well, I would think.
Honestly, I'd put it up the top, and then none of the kids would get it because they can't reach it. Good luck there, kids.
You say that till the tree's on the side and all the ornaments are flung everywhere, and
well, then only one person gets a gift. They get an extra gift. They get an extra gift for the pickle, but they lose it for tipping over the tree. So it's a wash.
Yeah, they think that came from the how Saint Nick was actually sainted when he resurrected the children who were put in the pickled barrel. So some twisted offshoot of that.
People will go to extreme lengths
for the dollar. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, that's Woolworth. Woolworth is who did that for marketing, just so they could sell more glass ornaments. I'm assuming someone ordered something and it came out to a glass pickle in there. What the hell do we do with these? It's a German tradition. If you have the pickle in your tree,
it's a German tradition. Boy, everybody just wants to blame the Germans for everything nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then never mind. I never heard of the Christmas pickle. It sounded familiar.
Well, because there's marketing things where I unfortunately I've had to sit through some of these things, and it's called give the customer the pickle, which is like what? But it just means be nice to the customers, essentially. Yeah,
that could translate into a lot of awkward encounters.
Like I'm thinking, of course, modern HR rules are probably do not give the customer the pickle.
Under no circumstances are you to give the customer the pickle. Yeah. Jesus, mother. In fact, I bet you if you Googled give the customer the pickle, I bet that would come up with a bunch of videos.
Oh, yeah, that probably is not an appropriate search term anymore. I can do one extra one since we're on the Christmas tree thing, which I
do it.
Unless do you have the tinsel stuff in your list?
I do not, and I was going to do the Christmas tree next, so we're right in line. So go ahead.
So the Christmas tinsel is actually the spider and the web. So someone puts out a Christmas tree, and it's like the Charlie Brown sad Christmas tree, and the folklore is that a spider did webbing all over the tree, which by the morning had turned to gold. And so that's where they think tinsel originally came from. That's Ukraine folklore, where that comes from.
Well,
the Christmas spider.
Nobody accused Ukraine of knowing what the hell they were doing. So, wow. So, what I'm really doing when I put tinsel on a tree
Is spider web.
Is I'm doing
Magic
a
spider web.
A magic spider
Magic
web
spider web. Yeah.
that turns it to gold, which no tree I've ever put tinsel on has ever turned to gold.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't live in the old times, so it's not as magic anymore.
Apparently, you have to believe, Anthony.
Yeah, you have to have faith.
You have to have, not even faith. You have to believe. Like,
That's just my favorite line from one of the horror movies. You got to have faith for that to work.
Well, horror movie.
Damn it. Fright Night, where they're trying to use the cross. They're trying to use the cross on the vampire, and he's like, "You got to have faith for that to work."
No, you don't. That's okay. Interesting. Okay. So the Christmas tree. And honestly, this was the second one that I thought of. That's because of the Big Bang Theory. And because they had a Christmas episode where Sheldon explained Christmas trees. And it's funny because I kept looking as I'm going, reading all this stuff about what brought Christmas trees to the point where they are right now. Like, didn't mention anything that he had talked about, period. So I'm like, I don't think he made it up, because I've read tons of articles.
They researched stuff, yeah,
about how they tried to make it like absolutely as authentic as possible. Like they even had physicists literally draw real equations on their whiteboards, to because
make it authentic. Yeah,
they wanted it authentic, and so basically that explanation was that they would bring evergreens inside to hold them over the course of the winter, so that when spring and stuff came, they could bring them back outside. And that obviously became known as the Christmas tree. But like anything that I was reading here, things that I never even considered, like how the triangle of the tree represents the Trinity. And I'm like, what? No time in my history of living have I ever heard that.
I've heard the other one from the Big Bang before, and it's I guess a take on some of the mythology that's out there. But I'm curious to see which one you're going with.
Well, there's a couple here. They talked about the paradise trees, again from 16th century Germany. Germans being blamed for other stuff now. But they were fir trees decorated with apples for Adam and Eve. And that whole thing. Martin Luther, not King Jr. Just want to throw that up. Just want to make sure that he did not create Christmas trees and then go to Washington, D.C. and give a great speech. But Martin Luther added candles to represent the stars, which I don't know if that's because they said that he added them to the trees.
Yeah, they used to. I mean, they used to do crazy stuff, and they used to put there used to be things to put candles on the tree because you're already with that pine tree that's not real flammable, and now you're adding open flame to it. So what could go wrong?
That's exactly where I was going. I'm just like, I don't know if that's a good idea to add a flame, fire to pretty much a big burning post, but okay. But that was to blend like the pagan winter solstice, Saturnalia, and Christian symbolism. Again, because that seems to be like, especially the Catholic tradition, they seem to like take over certain things and like just mold them just enough to be theirs, but still have enough of the original.
I was gonna say I have to give them credit for the Saturnalia thing, because that one was brilliant. So they say you worship the sun god. Well, how about worshiping the son of God?
I hope they put it like that. really do. The sun god? Well, what about the son of God? If that actually happened, I did not give Catholics enough credit. Like, that's just brilliant.
I was like someone was marketing back then.
Oh, that's huge. Like, my respect for like that whole history has just risen by like 12%. It's just amazing. Sorry, I'm gonna laugh about that all day. So, obviously now I lost my train of thought. 'Cause now I'm just like, I can't get over how genius that was. But so yeah, anyway, Romans, the Celts, the Vikings, they used evergreens during the winter solstice again for fertility and life, symbolizing the eternal life in darkness. Which I don't know if I would like that. Like, I don't know if I would like eternal light in darkness, maybe from darkness.
Yeah, I would say it's probably from dark, or should be from darkness, because that was, I mean, originally Christmas used to be their equivalent of Halloween because it's the longest, darkest night of the year. So that's why there was all the ghost stories and all the, to me, the cool stuff that was out back then in Victorian and stuff like that. That's why all those were the.
Either that or internal light. Not life, but light in darkness. Then that would make sense. So the German paradise trees, which I mentioned, Adam and Eve used fir trees decorated with apples, which represent obviously the tree of knowledge, on December 24th. The feast day of Adam and Eve, which I have never heard of either.
No, I hadn't either.
So I don't know what the Germans are doing, but they're not very good at marketing. Unlike whoever came up with the whole Son of God thing. But yeah, Martin Luther, Protestant reformer, added lit candles to the tree to recreate the starlit sky. He saw merging the tree and the Christmas pyramid. Again, never heard of it called that before. A wooden structure with shelves for candles. German settlers brought the tradition to Pennsylvania, naturally. But it did not gain widespread popularity here until Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were depicted with a Christmas tree, making it a fashionable symbol across social classes. But so here's this what like I said, threw me for a loop. The symbolism. Evergreen represents everlasting life and hope. Okay, sure. The triangle shape symbolizes the Holy Trinity. Never heard that before.
Never heard. That's kind of reaching, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the three knocks is a mockery of the Holy Trinity. Like, that's crazy too. Represents Christ as the lights and the candles. The lights. So when you throw on all of your lights that just blow your tree to kingdom come, which I do. I can't stand it, like a single ounce of my tree not being covered in lights. Represents Christ as the light of the world. Not what it represents to me, but okay. Apparently I'm very Christy. And the star on top, the Star of Bethlehem, announcing Jesus's birth, which is insane because he wasn't born at Christmas.
Yeah.
And it bothers me. Like I'm seeing a lot of like push like on social media right now of like memes and sponsors and things that just like show up in my feed about how Christmas is about Jesus. You know, remember that Christmas is about Jesus. And I'm just sitting there like, it was moved. Like, by all accounts, he was born in the spring, correct?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's like months away from December is when he was actually, well, they think he was born because there's no real official account of that. So, but yeah, they don't, based on when he died and all the other stuff, they don't think he was born anywhere around the solstice.
Right. But his birthday was moved, obviously, to create kind of the not the idea, but can't remember. I can't think of the word. The narrative. There we go. To create the narrative that Christmas is not a pagan holiday, but a Christian holiday, because their Lord and Savior was born on this day, which is garbage.
Well, yeah,
So-
I mean, they saw those holidays as days they couldn't. I mean, they tried to get rid of the holidays by themselves, and obviously, the normal people just weren't listening to any of that, and we're keeping on with their traditions. So they decided to make those holidays religious holidays, so that they could slowly take their place.
Right. And so, in the same spirit of doing so, I am moving my birthday to February 14th.
That's my birthday. You can't have that.
Too effing bad. Is it your birthday?
Yeah, it really is my birthday.
No shit. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. From now on, nobody celebrates love or Anthony without celebrating me first.
I've always used it where I don't give gifts on my birthday. So
You must be a descendant of the person who came up with the old marketing, because that also is brilliant. Where's my Valentine's Day gift? I'm sorry, I don't give gifts on my birthday. So much win here right now. Oh, I love it. Well, no, I don't have to either. I'm sorry, it's my birthday now.
really, too bad.
The only thing that sucks is there actually is official paperwork saying when I was born, unlike Jesus. So, interesting. I did not know that your birthday was literally like February 14th.
Yeah, it is Valentine's Day.
My investigator Cameron's the 15th. So
Close.
there you go.
Yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
He almost got away with no gifts for that day, or not having to dish out for that day.
Exactly, but not so much. So yeah, anyways, that's all I got for the Christmas tree. So while you go next, I'll be right back.
Okay. So I have the Grey Mare, which is 1700s out of Wales, which was basically they would take a horse skull and drape a sheet over it, and they would go to people's houses and they would challenge them to rhyming battles and riddles. And if you couldn't win the battle or answer the riddles, then you had to open your house up and let them drink your beer and eat your food. And they think that's one of the divergence from where trick-or-treating went to as it evolved. But that was 1700s Wales, and pagan beliefs is where that was the death and rebirth rituals that they had. Could you hear any of that?
I heard all of it.
Okay.
Wireless headphones.
Yeah. Mine are wired, so nah.
I think we talked about that last year because that was just crazy. Like the rhyming battles. I mean, we're talking about like the rap battles.
Yeah.
Of just in your normal streets.
Well, so they had they called it, at least in the Norse traditions and stuff, it's called flighting. So they did rhyming stuff like that too. They had verbal rap battles where you had to rhyme words and stuff like that, which is crazy you think Vikings, and I definitely never pictured that till I found out about that.
Did they even have enough words to rhyme at that point in time?
Oh, I'm sure they were one of the few ones with the runes and stuff like that. So they were, I mean, they had quite a bit of language and stuff like that. It's just I don't know what a real contest like that would be about back then. Like we sacked and pillaged your village, and I don't know.
We're gonna have a rap battle, and after that, we're gonna kiss underneath the mistletoe for peace.
They sacked your village because you didn't have any mistletoe. They're bringing the mistletoe to you now.
Maybe that's it. And this kind of actually. Oh, so go ahead.
I was gonna say I did think that was interesting because there's that one and there's another tradition that goes, and I think it was the origins of like caroling, because in Britain and stuff like that they would do the same thing. They would go and they would get loud in front of your house, and they were drinking, and I mean, to me it just sounds like a drunken party that was going house to house and expecting you to hand out more stuff to them, and if you didn't, then they would just go inside and take it.
Hence the origin story of Black Friday.
Yeah.
I was actually, since you were talking about the rap battles going from house to house, the next thing I was going to talk about was caroling. So you segued perfectly to that, and it made me laugh as I was reading over this. So Christmas caroling, again, evolved from the pagan winter solstice of dances and songs, transitioning to Christian hymns in Latin, and then later becoming popular vernacular songs thanks to St. Francis of Assisi in the 13th century. Which is interesting because St. Francis of Assisi is the church I used to go to back when I was forced to go by my father. But you moving from church to home and street celebrations, combining dance and well wishes, wassailing, I've never heard that term before, and the story of Christ's birth, of course.
Yeah.
The word carol itself meant circle dance, which I didn't know. Linking music in the communal celebration long before Christmas. So as I was reading that, I could picture just a whole bunch of people standing there singing. You know, like any time that they show it in like movies or TV shows, like it's just a bunch of people standing there singing at your house or on your doorstep or whatever, singing. Just like, well, since there's supposed to be dances and songs, I was like, if anybody ever does that to me, I'm like, dance for me, bitches. You're supposed to be dancing. So that's what I'm gonna do next time. But nobody ever around. I honestly have never had people like even walking around the streets trying to carol. I don't know where people do that anymore.
I think you have to go to those theme places that's like the theme for their town or whatever to see stuff, or at least around here you do, because nobody's going around singing door to door.
Do you have to get a permit there or what?
No, it's like I'm sure y'all have towns like that where it's like set up to be like Christmas town or whatever stuff, and they try to decorate it like old style and have caroling and all that other junk in there.
I don't know if we do. But yeah, so apparently, again, came from pagan beliefs and pagan traditionals or traditions. But I think that there's a big disconnect right now between carols and hymns and the songs that we now consider Christmas carols. Like, I mean, because you're when people say, you know, like, yeah, we're gonna go Christmas caroling, like you're thinking they're gonna sing Santa Claus is coming to town and Silent Night and Silver Bells and shit like that. I mean, but these people are talking about like the glory of God and like these songs and hymns for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm assuming that a lot of I would think a lot of the stuff, since it was so heavily focused on fertility and the dawning of the sun and like a lot of rowdy drinking type songs, not really praise for Jesus and stuff like that. Like we would think that they probably were doing, and they weren't.
Silent Night, made in 1818. That's amazing.
Yep.
That song could be around for so long and it's still sung every year by everybody.
Do they have you have the story for it or no?
I do not.
So the original story behind that is supposed to be that there was mice or rats or something that destroyed the organ so it wouldn't play the music. So they did it all chorus styled the Silent Night, and that's where that song came from because it had the organs and stuff that would usually play the music were destroyed, so they had to go that route.
That doesn't make any sense. There's no mention of rats in the song at all.
No, they're not talking about the song. They're just saying that's why the song is the way that it is because it destroyed they destroyed the music instruments that would have played the organs and stuff like that.
Effing rats. They destroy everything. Everything. Ancient organs, my dishwasher. Okay.
So where are we at?
The Yule Log.
The regular one or the other one?
The regular one. We're gonna end it with the other one, even though I do think that we talked. Dave and I talked about it last year, but it deserves it's
To be talked about again.
to be talked about again. Yeah.
Yeah, that one stopped me in my tracks when I was looking at the stuff. So I was like, okay.
As soon as I started reading what it is, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. All right. Anyway, the Yule Log, which is the most entrancing and yet boring thing about Christmas ever. Basically, it's log that burns, kind of like our background, only like one log. And now, like, there's an entire channel on our TV that's just 24 hours of the log that's burning, and people turn it on and leave it on for hours. And I don't know why, because I've done it. I mean, it's
calming.
Honestly, it is calming. Not so much like you, but because it gets music with it, and you put it on the background, like you clean or you cook or something like that, and I guess I get it because then you're not distracted. Like there's nothing distracting about it. Like who here is watching the video of this show and all they could look at is the burning log behind us? Like nobody.
That would only be Beavis.
Beavis. Yeah.
Why?
Yule Log for my Cornelio. Anyway, the Yule Log originated pre-Christian Germanic. The Germans again, they're at it.
Yep.
Norse pagan traditions, a winter solstice ritual, where a large log, sometimes a whole tree, was burned to welcome the sun's return, to bring luck, ward off evil, and ensure good fortune for the coming year. Evolving into the modern Christmas cake, which I had never heard of before either.
Well, there's several of those things, the figgy pudding and all those mince pies and all that stuff that you're supposed to hide something in, and whoever gets it is the lucky person for the year.
Don't you mean the frigga pudding?
I was like, and the Yule log thing sounds like, or at least just reading about it, sounds like what we would call a bonfire nowadays, probably.
You mean I get to set this piece of wood on fire? Didn't we do that last Saturday?
Sit, drink, party, and all the other stuff.
Pretty much. The burning log represents the sun's strength, driving away winter, darkness, and evil spirits, bringing hope, prosperity. Look at that! And fertility. I guess that's why there's so many pregnancies at Christmas time, because they're all watching the log.
Like I said, bonfire.
A log. Sorry. Anyway, so that's the symbolism of it. The ritual, a long log. Again, try a Google search. We'll see what comes up. Sometimes carved with ruins, which I've never seen before. I've never seen the log carved with ruins. With chosen, drenched in wine and salt, and lit with see, this is what I don't get. The previous years is embers, burning for many days. So, apparently, and I don't know how they do this, but they collect the embers from one log and then use them a year later to relight it or to relight another
charcoal.
one. Oh, is that what it
That's
is?
just charcoal.
Is that what it's supposed to represent? Is charcoal?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just charcoal. I was gonna say you can do the same thing for fire starting and stuff like that. You can not burn it completely to dust and save it, and then it'll start easier when you go to make another fire.
Interesting. People also save the ashes from the Yule log.
Yes.
Because that's supposed to be good luck and to ward off evil. There's a lot of evil, apparently, in these traditions.
Well, yeah, they were worried about the goblins and dragons, and yeah.
Again, don't get them wet. Don't feed them after midnight. Pretty freaking simple. Just saying.
Yeah, but for the 12 days, they escaped.
Again, they're just little cute little things until you don't follow the rules. The log became a good luck charm, using its ashes for This is what the protection against lightning.
Yeah, I didn't get that one either.
Or to improve harvests. Maybe if they're going to spread the ashes along the ground, maybe. But the cake is seriously what bothers me. I've never even heard of the Christmas cake. By the 19th century, especially in France, the ritual transformed into a log-shaped sponge cake, decorated to look like a bark-covered log with meringue mushrooms.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
A lot of the French stuff, or at least a lot of the French traditions I saw were revolved around food. So not real surprising there.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it's the most boring Christmas tradition ever. And yet everybody does it.
Well, because they need to rebrand it. They need to be like the instead of the Yule log, the Christmas bonfire.
The Christmas bonfire. Well, then you're going to need more wood.
Christmas bonfire, everyone's drinking and partying and stuff. Not quite. It's not as calming.
I had to fight myself not to do this, but I was going to download the log song from Ren and Stimpy and play it as the new Yule log song. But I did not.
Right up until you get the cease and desist.
Hey, we don't make any profit off this. I won't even sing the song, even though it's hilarious. So, what Anthony and I were talking about before we got into the Yule log, the other log, is the poop log, which is far more amazing than you think it is. And I think it's amazing, even without knowing what it is. So again, ancient pagan winter solstice tradition in Spain. So this log is fed. I don't know if it's throughout the year or just throughout the season.
Starting December 8th.
Starting December 8th. Okay. You quote unquote feed the log by small gifts. Pretty much what you would put in a stocking, you put with this log, the poop log. And then when it's time, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, the family beats the log with sticks, and it poops out all of this wonderfulness, these candies, the small toys. Simply burning a log to feeding its treats, a practice linked to shepherds providing for baby Jesus, because obviously that's in the Bible, where the three wise men showed up, beat a log, and a whole bunch of small toys and candies fell out for baby Jesus. I mean, I remember that from Sunday school. Obviously not. So yeah. So off in the small trunk, gets a face, a red hat, Santa hat, and is covered with a blanket. So yeah, days before Christmas, children feed it water, nuts, and sweets. Wouldn't the water like ruin
Yeah,
the
you would think.
sweets?
I would. Yeah, I would think so.
So the poop, the families beat the log with sticks while singing a
Yep.
song, probably the log song from Ren and Stimpy, prompting it to poop out candy, small toys, and sometimes a rotten potato for naughty kids. Because, of course.
Instead of coal,
Did,
they get
did,
the
did your
instead of coal,
parents
they
give
get the
you a
dead
rotten?
potato. No,
No rotten tomato or rotten potato for you?
an interesting thing on the coal thing. You know what the coal is for, right? If you get coal instead of the gifts and stuff like that, it was thought of that they gave you the coal so at least you could be warm during the winter and stuff.
So you could live until the spring to continue to be naughty.
Yes.
So everybody that was good could freeze, and everybody that was naughty could live.
Yeah. If you're naughty, you got warm.
That's what I'm going to use with my kids. They're going to be like, "Why'd you give me coal?" I'm like, "Because I want you to live, baby. I need you to live." And because of it, I shut off all the heat to your room. That's the only way you're
Make that
by
coal
burning
last.
the only way you're going to live is by burning the coal. Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. So, anyways, really, okay. Today, commercially made Kagatio, I think that's commercially made poop logs, are popular, and the tradition continues to be a unique part of Catalan. Did I say that right?
Catalonia. Catalonia.
Catalonian Christmas, distinct from Santa Claus. Pretty sure that that's not part of the Santa Claus like tradition. He does not bring you a poop log, even though he should. I think if the elves spent all year making poop logs, everyone would believe in Santa Claus because it would just be too amazing not to. But there you go. Maybe next year, if I can remember this, I'm going to try a poop log. For myself, obviously, because there's nobody else here.
I would be careful searching for that.
For a poop log? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Again, do a Google search. Probably not going to come up with what you think.
I could see you going into the big grocery store, the big stores, the Macy's or something, and asking where their poop log section is.
That would be I would still do that. Like, can I help you find anything, sir? I'm looking for your poop log section. What? Do you not have poop logs here? I hear they're popular. I would probably be thrown out of the store pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd hear the security call.
Security! Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, we don't sell that. And that becomes the story in the break room. For the day.
Yeah, probably for a couple of days at least, but yeah.
You should have been going, excuse me, does anybody know what a poop log is? That's some weird fetish. Okay. So those are just some of...
Yeah, there's a ton more.
There is more. And believe me, Anthony found them all. So, maybe one day I'll take a vacation and read the email you sent about it. But it's just not right now.
Just
But
know
yeah.
that was trimmed down.
It was trimmed down. Oh, Jesus, Mother Mary. Where's my creepy? I need to yeah. So if anybody, whether it's this week or 3 months from now, if anybody wants to send in like their favorite Christmas tradition that we haven't talked about, we could put it on the docket for next year.
I will say for next year, we've got to talk about the KFC for Christmas.
It's Chinese food. So I know
Japanese. Japan.
Well, that's in Japan. Yeah, I think we talked about that last year. But yeah, KFC is like their Christmas dinner type tradition. Here in America, like if you don't celebrate Christmas or you don't want to,
the Chinese food, yeah,
or it's Chinese food. Chinese restaurants are always on Christmas, always, unless Tuesday. If Christmas falls on Tuesday, then they're closed. But in fact, my sister and her family are going out of town this Christmas, so we're doing it next weekend. So Scott and I are actually getting together Christmas Eve and we're going to a Chinese buffet. So I will be partaking in that tradition. Looking forward to it, actually. But
I was gonna say, good Chinese is good. So
good Chinese, and it's not a bad place. Him and I have been there multiple times for their buffet. It's pretty good.
We have a place down here where they have the duck, like it literally is like from A Christmas Story. The ducks and with the heads and stuff are hung in the windows and everything like that. So when you're walking in, you see all that stuff. Authentic Chinese food.
They hang the duck heads.
They're the fried ducks or whatever, so they're prepared and everything like that, but they're all hung up. They've got the different kinds of food hung up in the window.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. That must be a Texas thing.
No, it's pretty it's pretty traditional for them. But yeah, I was gonna say they do all the different kind of foods and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, we don't have that up here. Usually the blinds are closed. I mean, you don't see hanging heads in the windows. People wouldn't go.
Oh, it's the whole duck. It's just usually you see it without the head. There's actually has the head.
So it's okay. Gotcha.
So it's the whole duck is there. Usually it would just be the body of the duck, I guess, but they leave it on, and that's like the thing that goes over the hook. Yeah.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Christmas? Family?
Probably just family. Go over to family for the day and whatever, and have food that is probably not as good for you as it should be, but it tastes good, so that's what counts.
Gotcha. Well, you should message them or whatever and ask if they're going to have the Christmas cake.
Tell them I'll be bringing the poop log.
And you'll bring the poop log. That'll take place about 45 minutes to an hour after dinner. You will be presenting the poop log. But yeah. All right. Well, to everyone out there, whether you're going to listen to this show right before Christmas, hope you have a great Christmas. For those of you who listen after Christmas, I hope your Christmas was amazing. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Obviously, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. And to all of you who don't celebrate, I shake my fist in your general direction. Because you should. It's amazing.
Well, I was going to say, they can't even say it's not a religious thing, because really those didn't come from there in the first place.
Came from the Germans. Always.
A lot of them.
Always the Germans. And if you're looking to get pregnant, now's the best time. And I want to reiterate, I'm still single.
Stocking up on the mistletoe.
I need to order me some. It's not sold in metaphysical stores. So even though it should
Probably
be,
because it's poisonous.
Sure, throw in your logical explanations for it. Why don't you? So yeah. Anyway, Anthony and I should be back next week with something else. Don't know what, but we'll make it amazing. So, until then, stay healthy, stay safe. I want to see you back here. Everyone, have a great rest of your holiday season.